So I just had an idea for a video. Sorry the camera is like this. I'm trying to position it so I don't have to hold it, and this is the only place I can see to position it. So if that's bothering you, I'm sorry. Well, never just take light over here. The weather is really hot, but as I was sitting down and thinking of the type of content I should give in my channel and something that will make people, I was thinking about the content I should give in my channel, and it's the content that should have value. To practice my camera presence. So forgive me if I say or or I'm trying to talk as clearly as possible. Wait, let's see if you can see my face. Down. That is the only place I can put it, I would say. So, like I'm saying, I wrote it down, and fortunately this is something I've had for like the longest time. This is not something I'm just starting to do now. I've had this, it's what I call it, a template, and I've had this since I turned 17. I call it the power template. Not power as in POWER, power as in PAWA, and power stands for personal, academics, work, and activities. So I basically just divided my life into what I call the power template. It may not be exactly the same for you, but you can put in your own words and use it to your own advantages. Like I said, value content, value-oriented content is what I'm trying to give here. And I noticed how this power template changed my life, and I want you to do the same for you. This might not only be for people who are at home because of strike. This might be people for this might even be for people who have started school already. It might be for adults. It might be for school leavers who are trying to find their way and need like some sort of a roadmap, a plan. So this power template is like a roadmap and a plan. So let's start with this. I'm just going to go straight. I don't know how long I'm going to talk for, but I'm just going to go straight into it. Let's move this camera. I feel uncomfortable. P stands for personal, like I mentioned, and under personal I put some like subheadings under there. The subheadings that they are spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, and social. So what I did on this is to make goals for these categories under personal. I made goals for them. For spiritual, my goal is to attend mass every evening or every morning. I'm going to try to start doing that. Read my Bible twice a day and ask questions based on things I don't know about Christianity. So oftentimes there are beliefs and there are activities that we do in church that sometimes we don't even know where they originated from. So what I want to start doing is to ask questions based on these beliefs and see what people around me have to say, or where all of these traditions originated from. Sorry about that. But for my mental health, I decided that I cannot just go every day without looking for productive things to do around me. So what I tried to do is to have a routine, like a morning routine, a work list of things that I have to do in a day, a to-do list. So for my mental health, the goal is to follow those routines. Besides, I started a routine a while back, and for some reason I stopped, but then I noticed how my mental health was affected, because if I wake up in a day and I don't have anything I'm doing, and remembering that okay, my mates are in school, other people are doing different things with their life, and I'm just sitting down all day doing nothing, it kind of affects my mental health. It makes me think that I'm wasting my life and I should be investing in opportunities. So when I follow those routines, I start doing things productively, and it makes me feel very happy, and it's also good for my mental health. For physical, of course, exercise, but I started doing yoga, so I opted for yoga, and yoga has been really helping. You can go to Play Store and download any yoga app that is free, that works for you. You don't even need a mat, just do yoga, release your negative stress out of your body into the universe, and collect good vibes from the universe. Emotional. For my emotional health, I noticed that most times I get overly anxious, and I searched it, but before I searched, I actually gave it a name. So the story of that is that I watched a video of OCD, the obsessive something disorder. Sorry if I've forgotten to see. Anyway, I watched the video on OCD, and you know, they talked about what OCD is and how it affects someone's emotional and mental health. And you know, I now really dated it to how I was feeling, and most times I noticed I was feeling anxious most of the time, and I just called it anxiety disorder until I decided to check online if there was anything like an anxiety disorder, and to my surprise, it is real. Like, it is real. It wasn't something I just made up. It is actually real. So I checked the symptoms, I checked what it's all about. We talked about phobias, talked about social anxiety disorders, we talked about all of those things, and I was so surprised to see that it was actually a thing. So for my emotional health, I decided, since I have what is called an anxiety disorder because I get overly anxious most times, I decided that for emotional health, I need to start paying attention to my anxiety level, what causes me to feel anxious, and how can I eliminate that. For my social health, which is under physical, which is under personal rather, it's under personal, I wanted to say personal. I decided that I'm a friendly person, and definitely I am someone that attracts people, but I think what draws people away from me is my body language. So most times when I'm out and I go out, I kind of give this don't come near me sort of body language, and I think that's what makes people run away from me. I don't know, but I noticed that most times I act, but that's not what I'm thinking, but my body is telling a different story from what my mind is saying. And since you cannot know what's in my mind, you read my body language and you get your answer. And yeah, so that is what is under personal. So for personal, it can be two things for you. You can just focus on your spiritual and your mental health. Maybe you don't like exercising, that's fine, but anything, just, you can even use my template if you want, but you can also put things under personal for yourself. You can, you know, what's the word, you can rearrange it anyhow you like, but just make sure that you have some sort of personal backing, something that makes you're mentally, you are subconsciously okay, both physically and subconsciously. Forgive for the drama. Anyway, so the A part of it and the power simple. Remember I said PAWA. The A part of it is my academics. So even though I'm not in school, I know that I need to focus on my academics before I enter school, so that when I'm there, I'm not like shaky or start feeling anxious. So I know for my academics that I need to start paying attention to study techniques. So I noticed back in secondary school, my study technique was just poor. I did not test myself. Like, short story, I did not like testing myself. That's just it. I did not like testing myself because I didn't like seeing myself fail. But I did not realize that most times seeing yourself fail is what helps you to, you know, be better and do better. So that was one of the mistakes that I made, and paying attention to study techniques will help me see that there are actually techniques that I can use to study better and do better in my exams. And then the work aspect of it. Work aspect for me is doing things that on the side, like a side hustle that can bring me money. And what I have under this category is writing, content, investment, and tech. Yes. So for writing, you know, there are freelance writers that make money online. They are copywriters. So the digital skill that I'm looking forward to learn is copywriting, so that, you know, on the side I can be making money for myself. So I know that I have to start learning it by you know, watching videos, reading books, practicing, and all of that. And you know, I've started, you know, watching videos and learning what copywriting is all about, because I'm new to copywriting. And then for content, YouTube. So I've started to watch videos that teach me how to bring more valued content to the internet, and you know, give out things that people want to watch, that gives them information. So I listened to a webinar yesterday, and he said something about info entertainment. So you want to be entertaining the people, but you also want to be giving information. Information is power, information is key. So for finance, obviously, to be able to make money work for me and to be able to know how to manage and use my finance wisely. So that's the category, that's the goal under investment. Then for tech, I wouldn't say I'm a tech girl, but since the world is literally a digital village, everybody is connecting in one way or the other through tech. So if you don't want to know about tech, then just prepare to live under a rock. But everything that we are right now is tech. So I think investing in the knowledge of technology is needed by every person. So even if you're not doing anything else, you definitely have a cell phone. You definitely, go online to YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. You definitely do that, one of those things. So investing in the knowledge of technology can really help you to stay ahead of others instead of just doing only TikTok and Instagram and snapping pictures. You can search online, read about how technology has changed the universe. You can read about AI. You can read about a lot of innovations in tech that can put you ahead of your mates in terms of that knowledge. Then the last A in power is activities. So activities for me are like skills that I can learn, like fashion designing, and other activities I also put dancing and singing, because those are two things that I love to do. Those are the things that make me feel happy, and I don't really think about doing them. But those are other activities because it's like extracurricular activities apart from school and work and my personal life. What is another way I can use to escape? And those activities for me is food, music, dancing, and fashion. Those are my activities that I just use to unwind, something that I can learn and have fun, learn about the history and something like that. So for you, you can have only personal and academics if you're in school and you don't want any other distraction, you just want to focus on your studies. For you, it can be your work. Maybe you're done with school or you're really okay in school and you don't really need any more goals and exercising in school. It can be work. Some of you, it can be your personal life. Some of you, it can be other things you do apart from work and school. Just anything that will bring these templates together for you is fine. Some of you don't even have any in this category, which is also fine. The key thing is just finding what works. So I think I've given enough value in this video. Please make sure to subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it and you want more content like this. If I get enough comments and likes, probably I will do a more detailed video about my power templates that I discovered. I can do a lot more detailed info about it. I can go down to the very tidbits. I can talk about the origin and where it all started from. But you have to like the video, you have to comment, you have to tell me if you want to see more, you have to share it, because that's what allows me to know that yes, people are watching and they want to see more and they want to know more. If there's any questions you have, if there's anything I will have said that you wanted to hear, anything at all, you can always put it in the comment section and I will see what I can do about it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.